What's really exciting and top of mind is discussions about all things digital, specifically about the metaverse and the application of non-fungible tokens in all industry sectors. This is an interesting issue that emanated in the tech sector, but now everybody has a thirst for knowledge about what are NFTs, how do I deploy them in the metaverse, and what's the future going to hold?
I think we use the word metaverse and we use Web 3.0 interchangeably. They're very different. So the metaverse, I think, is very much the experience that people are seeing. It's mostly right now in the consumer, the gaming, the NFT world, which all has their taxation implications. And we talked about this years ago with 3D printing and a number of other issues. So I do think that there's a short-term issue that companies are going to have to deal with on the metaverse. The bigger implication is Web 3.0. It's the speed of the way in which the internet works, the way edge computing works, the way the cloud is going to transform. And the ability to do business digitally and through technology, that is very complicated from a tax perspective.
People are really leaning into that. Their companies are starting to lean into it, whether it's for consumer purposes, where you're going in obviously to buy something, to view something, to play games, to have a concert, or in the industrial context, again, where people are thinking about using it in training and learning and development. And so those have been some really fun conversations. The big question though is, how do you tax it? How do you tax it? So that's been quite interesting.
Yeah, and I think people are starting to think about that. What are the tax implications? How do they grapple that? There's some caution, right, about jumping into the metaverse too deeply, too quickly.
What they will find if they really look within the organization, I'll guarantee you in almost every big organization, and certainly consumer-oriented organizations, they will find pockets of metaverse Web3 happening that they're not aware of, right? Big companies, they're not aware of it. It's not top headline, but they're doing it. And their organizations are moving in that direction. And our message to them is find it, understand it. Let's talk about the tax issues so you could have an intelligent conversation about what kind of guardrails you put around that. Half of those companies in there have marketing groups working on something around the metaverse, whether they have some type of site on the metaverse, whether they have NFTs that they're thinking about producing, it's there, right?
I think so much of the metaverse is nomenclature. And so when people say metaverse, what does it really mean? So here's a real life example that many of our clients are facing today, which is social influencers. A lot of our clients are actually paying social influencers as the new advertisers of their products or services. And as a result, the information reporting that is required for that is a growing phenomenon. So the United States was the first mover, but now the entire European Union is coming out with tax reporting for social influencers. So these new marketplaces have a lot of tax commitments, and maybe people don't think about that as part of the metaverse, but it truly is.
When you talk about the metaverse, Web 3.0 might be a broader application of that, and crypto has been in the headlines both on the really good side and the downside as it's really kind of come back to earth over the last number of months, but it's clearly here to stay. And when you start thinking about blockchain, crypto's a piece of the blockchain, and the reporting, other advisory services and things of that go with it, I think companies and the tax function really need to be ahead of it.